as an artist, I get in different communities, and it's awkward because I know that free will is more important, but my chromosomes recognize females as females, and they recognize males as males. And with females that are lesbian or want to portray themselves as masculine or males, it's okay, but I don't know. Sometimes instinctually, I want to call, look at you as a girl. So it is an awkward feeling, but those, I'm not threatened by that. Now, gay males, it's a real, like, it puts aside when a feminine man acts like a woman towards me because my body doesn't recognize it and the chromosomes don't mix. It's like a polar thing where magnets repel each other. That's what I feel. And I will never like accept a man as a woman in the context that they want the same rights, and it doesn't sit with me that you're in women's races and stuff. I don't accept it. I think it's making a hard time for women where the relationship between men and women is hard enough as it is, and a lot of people that are not satisfied and can't handle that, they're switching sides and everything. That's all fine, but don't be an imposter. But I never mean to offend, but the only thing, I draw the line at accepting a man as a woman. It does not work for me personally. So, but anything else, if there's an awkward feeling, like, I can hang out with anybody. My social responsibilities and stuff like that, as far as like, cleanliness and germ, stuff like that, cross-contamination. It's just like a food service industry. You want to be that clean. You want to be that clean for your baby and my chalice and my body, so I'm very selective. But in social groups, I don't care what you want to be. It's just that if you tell me you're Superman or Superwoman, no matter what you are, I'll look at you as that. But once you start, impeding on my peace by trying to get with me or get something from me or force me to accept something that's not real, that's where I draw the line. So I'm not trying to hinder anybody else's life. Even people that are, hypergamy and stuff like that. That's you, but I don't maybe want to interact with you because I'll never meet anybody that's going to be suitable for me. But we have to really get this social structure thing, and nip it in the bud, because there's so many beautiful people out there that, nip it in the bud as the bud is growing. So take your mind in a good place. A flower. There's so many good people out there and so many different groups that we really have a chance to diversify this society and world and evolve as a species and ascend instead of going backwards. And that's why I'm so passionate about the transgender one to be accepted as a woman, because it's a lie. And what you're doing is you're endangering things, and you're really offending women. And, you may not realize it, but you're totally offending women, and, you're forcing everybody to have a lie, and you're really just going to confuse a new generation. For all the teachers and stuff that we're promoting, okay, if I had a teacher like you and I was playing with makeup, okay, you'd be confusing me right now, where instead I'm just an artists that like to play with paint. But I have a friend that I disassociated with because she was like, oh, well, if she's playing with makeup, it might be transgender, it might be wanting to be a woman, man. But I'm like, no, that's not true. It's just paint. You're on the wrong perspective. So I don't believe in that either. Let the kids be kids, and let women be women and men be women, men be men. But don't get in that context where you want me to accept a lie and believe a lie and change something for myself that's not real just to satisfy you. You're just in the wrong community if you want me to change, and your community is not worldwide. Like, neither was the Nazi community. Neither is the Democratic or Republican community. So no, you can't just say the world has to accept you as a woman. And be a good example of the opposite sex that you are portraying as, because if you had problems with men or woman and you're now switching your role to be that of a man or woman, don't go and do the things that offended you. Be a great example of that, and don't just use that, or else you just you're just like the rest of the people that have bad hearts, and it's not really your intention to exist. It's your intentions to get your vendetta out against people that you feel have victimized you because you're not satisfied with life. And you know what? We all could say the same thing. So, Yeah, so just go with that. So I'm under attack in a lot of ways, from everything from carnivores to the LGBT community in some ways, and it's all a lie, because you'll find out that transparency does exist, and it's just that everything does have its boundaries. Okay, if you want pure water, you're not going to drop oil in it, and yeah, you might have a need for oil, you might not have a need for water, right? And you might have a need for oil and water mixed, but you don't want to contaminate the other ones, because it's not just going to suit the way of the world and the process. And you can't have one ingredient, because that's not how it works.